Raden Ajeng Kartini. Who doesn't know the song Ibu Kita Kartini by H. Rudolf Supratman? This song was inspired by a great woman named Kartini who fought for equality and women's education. Kartini was born on April 21, 1879 in Central Java. Her full name is Raden Ajeng Kartini. The title Raden Ajeng indicates that Kartini was of noble descent. Her father, Raden Mas Adipati Aryo Sosroningrat, was a regent of Jepara, while her mother, M.A. Ngasira, was the daughter of a religious leader. At the time, there was a rule from the Dutch colonial government. The required to have a wife was a noble. An ordinary background, Kartini's father eventually remarried the daughter of the king of Madura named Ajeng Morjem. Kartini then a total of 10 siblings, both biological and half-siblings. As the child of a high-ranking government official, Kartini had the opportunity to attend the Europese Lagery School, schools for Dutch and European descendants, equivalent to elementary schools. At school, Kartini learned Dutch. Kartini also gained new insight into the outside world and Western literature.
After graduating from ELS, Kartini, who was still 12 years old, was not allowed by her father to continue her education at Hagery Burger School.
At the high school level in Semarang, Kartini could not escape strict Javanese customs. Kartini had to undergo pingitan, a tradition where noble girls were not allowed to leave the house until they were married. Despite this limitation, Kartini continued to correspond with her Dutch friend. He once wrote a letter to Rosa Abendanon saying, "It's over. The beautiful time of youth is past." Wife of G.H. Abendanon, a director of the Department of Education, Religion and Industry of the Dutch East Indies. Kartini also once wrote about her feeling of despair while in seclusion to her pen pal, named Estelle Stella Zihandaler, a feminist activist from the Netherlands. In another letter, Kartini tells of the fate of women in her area who were left far behind and how low social status. According to Kartini, women should have equality and freedom. During her selection, Kartini continued her reading hobby. She reads modern books sent by her brother, R.M. Panji Sosrokartono. Kartini also reads books, newspaper and magazine from within and outside the country belonging to her father. From this hobby, Kartini learned many things from social, political to literature.
Kartini opened a school for girls and taught together with her younger sister, Rokmini, Kartina, and Smarty. The school the Kartini created certainly did not have a curriculum like that of drag school. At Kartini, school girls were taught to read, write, and count as well as various other skills such as craft and cooking.
At the age of 24, Kartini married a regent of Rembang named K.R.M. Adipati Aryo Singgi de Jojo Diningrat. Kartini later changed to Raden Ayu. With her husband's support, Kartini fight for women's rights continued. Unfortunately, the struggle did not last long. Kartini died at the age of 25 on September 17, 1904. Kartini died 4 days after giving birth to her first son, Sosli de Jojo Diningrat. Kartini's body was buried in Bulu village, Rembang Regency, Central Java. 7 years after Kartini's death, G.H. Abendanon collected and published the letters Kartini sent to her friends in the Netherlands. The book was later translated with the title, "After Darkness Come Light."
The book began to change the way the society talk about Indian women, particularly Javanese women. Each letter became an inspiration for the Indonesian women's movement. Kartini did not only write letters about women's rights as is widely known.
Kartini also wrote criticism of the policy of the Dutch colonial government. This can be seen in Kartini's complete letter translated into Indonesian with the title Letters to Mirs R.M. Abendanon Mandri and her husband, in order to continue Kartini's struggle for women's education.
Duane the Venter family, one of the figures of the dialectical policy, the time founded the Kartini School in Semarang. After that, Kartini School were also established in
Madiun, Jakarta, Bogor, Malang, Cirebon, Pekalongan. On May 2, 1694, President Sukarno issued Presidential Decree Number 108 of 1964 which designated Raden Ajeng Kartini as a national independence hero.
President Sukarno also designated April 21 as Kartini Day. Raden Ajeng Kartini is a symbol of the spirit and courage of Indonesia women.
Although she did not see major change during her lifetime, Kartini's struggle paved the way for Indonesian women to obtain better education and rights.